actual, Nicole, your party didn't take an hour really once we started playing games and they start smelling smells. Bottom line is I can leave there when their lunch hour's over, leave them the testers and pick up the orders tomorrow. But you're gonna make your presentation. I have had my best office party ever, did over $900 an hour. The girls snuck me into an examination room in the doctor's office, and their lunch hours fluctuated over a 2-hour period. I stayed in that doctor's examination room for 3 hours, and they came and went and they bought their stuff, so it was very interesting. Office parties are great and they take very little. How many of you work in a big building? Actually, Laura, you'd be perfect. I know your building. Guys, this is so smart. You guys have a lunch hour. Find somebody else in that building that'll let you do a party at lunchtime. Laura, you could do Laura works at D&A McGee. Laura, you could do a lunch party for somebody else in that building, another office, and be back to your desk within your allotted hour.
Yeah, that's.
You know, you leave them the smells, you let them smell, so I'll pick up orders tomorrow. If you're in a big building and you've got a full-time job, it would be great. Mystery hostess party. A mystery hostess party is where you invite everybody you know, past customers to your place. Instead of me keeping the hostess rewards of free and half price items, I would let my guests earn them. So guests can earn entries into the drawing for the items. They can get a certain amount of entries for various things, like RSVP and bring in a guest, whatever. Then at the end of the party, I'm going to give away, if it's $400, I'm going to give away 3 half-price items, and somebody's going to win $60 product credit. That's a good motivation to get people to the party. Theme parties are great. Pool parties, patio parties, beach bashes, Mexican fiestas, wine and nine. Lauren, what's wine and nine?
I don't know.
I think he means wine and dine. Ice cream social.
I might have been ahead of myself.
Barbecue.
Am I thinking?
Wine at night. Wine at night.
Am I supposed to type with the wine?
Kim's done a lot of setup back there too, and I'm gonna let you guys look at that. Kim, did you do dip?
Yes.
Kim did some Gouda cheese dip and some chocolate. You could have a cheese and chocolate party. You guys make up a theme, and if you make a theme, it's kind of fun.
The idea of the theme party, you know, lots of women are used to getting invited to do different parties as the party plan business has exploded. So the idea is do something to make it more of a fun event, okay? We've got fun games, but now we're doing fun on the front end of it, getting people to come to your party. All right. These were just ideas that, frankly, I found online that different people had recommended and done. You can tie them to different scents. You know, we've got some very interesting name scents, so you can take your favorite name scent. The skinny dipping was just the suggestion to go with the beach party. I might have been having the wine one and nine while I was typing there. But that's just the idea, okay? I'm just wanting you to be creative about however you want to do it. So the theme is, you know, whatever is coming around, you can do it easy and say, okay, I'm having a Halloween party, everybody dress up. It can be girls' night out. It can be, you know, whatever your friends are, or the friends of your hostess, which is really what you're doing. So if you talk to your hostess, which is where you're really going to go and say, you know, what is it you like? What is it you enjoy? You know, is everybody you know a NASCAR fan? You could have a NASCAR theme. Does everybody you know like cooking? You know, we're going to have a cooking theme, you know, whatever you want to do, but you want to tie to their social network, their social group. That's the idea of the theme. So it's fun for you, fun for them, is what you're trying to do.
Okay, so pepper the party with mini infomercials. I love Scentsy because everybody wins. Our customers get great products at great prices. Our hostess,
Let me kind of go over what the idea is here.
Did you hear that? He interrupted me.
I did.
Nobody ever notices that.
Okay, so the idea is, and we're going to go over in just a minute some structure of how to organize the party. But the idea here is, as you're doing your party, these are sort of pre-planned, canned ideas.
That's what I was saying.
No, you were reading what they were.
I was going to get to my favorite one.
The idea is, as you're having your party, you're dropping hints of somebody to want to think about wanting to join the business, to think about wanting to host a party, okay? So it's just as you're talking, as you're playing the games, and you go, God, it should be illegal to get paid and have this much fun. That's the one sentence infomercial that you've just dropped that hint in somebody's mind. So these are suggestions of one sentence infomercials to drop during your party.
I get asked this a lot at a party, do you do this full time? People usually say, is this all you do? I'm like, yeah, this is all I do.
24/7.
I know. I'm like, what do you mean is this all? No, I sit on my couch and eat bonbons. So no, I mean, I do get asked that a lot. So there's a talk track for that. This is my favorite because at my parties I'm having fun. Where else can you get paid for having so much fun? I was looking for a part-time job. I wanted to earn a little extra income. I never imagined I would find a rewarding career. Well, in my case, I just tell people, hey, I was just trying to save some money to get back on, get a kickback on my Christmas shopping. I had no idea how this would turn out. I love the freedom of working when I choose and with whom I choose. And guys, that's huge for me. That is so easy for me to say. Getting paid for having this much fun should be illegal. I mean, you're going to find what's comfortable for you and what is true to you for you to say. I would never say the top line because that's just not me. But it is very easy for me to say, where else can you get paid for having this much fun? Okay, so ABC building blocks. Building blocks for your party. You need to have a recipe to bake this cake. Prepare, practice, and polish. Start with the end goal. In your introduction, I'm sorry.
You want me to do this one since
Yes,
I wrote this one? Was that interrupting? Was that? I was trying not to. That was helpful. That was helpful.
That was voluntold.
I'm going to have to remember that. That's a good line, Kenzie. Okay. So the idea is to create some structure to your party. Anytime you're doing a presentation, and your party is a presentation, okay? It's a speech. It's a fun, interactive speech, but it's a presentation. Anytime you do it, you're going to need to prepare. If you were going to try to bake a souffle, which I don't bake, I cook, but I don't bake. Sherri cooks once a year. I waited till she was way out of camera range to say that. They tell me a souffle is the hardest thing to cook. Would you ever try to cook a souffle without having a recipe? Now, would you try to bake a cake? For your first time, because I know some of you are damn good bakers, would you try to bake a cake without a recipe? I would never try that. I would buy the cake box that had the recipe on the back that I could follow right there, okay? Make it easy on me. So the idea is we want to have a recipe. Our recipe is going to have 3 parts, A, B, C. You're going to have an introduction. You're going to have the middle, that's your presentation, and then you want to have a closing, a call to action at the end. Think of it as being in church, it's the altar call. Come down, heal thyself, get saved. But the preacher kind of builds up this drama, this dramatic, crescendo when that happens. That's what we're trying to do with the ABC. So the introduction, we want to grab their attention. When we're doing the party, we want to keep their attention. At the end, we want to convert that fun into dollars. We want them to do something at the end. Now, when you do this, and we're going to go over this in just a second, we're going to want you to structure a little bit. Think about what you want to do for the party. Okay? What games do you want to play? What order do you want to play them in? Do you want to tell your story? How do you want to do it? Sherri has fun in a broom closet. Well, I didn't mean it quite like that. Sherri has fun everywhere she goes. Most of us have to structure a little fun into our lives. So the idea here is to think about it, to plan it. Plan what you want to do. Practice doing it. Practice doing the games. Do the games in front of a mirror. Do them on video if you want. See how you're doing it. See how you sound. I know that's uncomfortable for most, but that's where you want to get to. So it's as easy, and then when you're done with your party, you want to think of how did my party go, what worked, what didn't work, how do I want to improve in the future. Now the one thing I'm going to challenge you to do is to work backwards. I want you to go into your party with a goal. How much PRV do I want to generate from this party? You'll have an idea of how many guests you've got, right? How many conversations do I want to have during this party about hosting? How many private conversations do I want to have with people? How many private conversations during the party do I want to have with people about recruiting? Set a goal on the front end. Work backwards from that, right? What is it I want to get out of this party? If I know what my end game is, I know how to plan for it. I know where the road ends. So it's as easy as building a cake, baking a cake. See, I told you I didn't bake, I build them. Start backwards. How's your cake going to taste? Grab their attention. You're going to light the candles on the cake. You're going to practice and prepare. You're going to get the ingredients, bake the cake. You're going to polish it. You're going to put icing on it, sprinkles, etc. You're going to deliver it, like to your mother-in-law, to see how well she likes your cooking. Okay? And then you're going to review it. How does your cake taste? How do you want it to taste next time?
Okay, so did he ride that dead horse long enough? Good job, honey. Okay.
Boy, the video's not even on you when you did that.
Start on time. You know, in my parties, I'm big on that. Latecomers can join the game later. Like Ed Nicole says, you notice it's kind of seamless. You know, I get there early, I get my stuff set up, and I brought my party bag, I think. I can do a quick setup for you guys later if you want to see how easy it is for me. And then I kind of wonder and tell the host, hey, Nicole, let's go ahead and get started playing games and having fun with the people that are here now. Other people will come to the party. As soon as they show up, we'll hand them a game board and they can get in on the next game. And so when the hostess says yes, I'm like, hey, everybody, let's move into the living room, start playing some games and winning some prizes. And they're all like, yay. Because I don't want to be standing around in the kitchen for 20 minutes with them bored and losing them going, when's this party going to start? Because we're waiting for 1 or 2 people that may or may not show up. So I go ahead, and that's why I do my games first, because that'll buy me 5, 10, 15 minutes of time to play, and then I'm rewarding the ones that were there on time by letting them win the prizes anyway. While they're playing the games, they're getting to know you, they're getting to see their personality, they're getting to visit with you. So my big thing is start on time. I introduce myself. I talk a little bit about I do this full time. I talk about my family. You can do an on-time drawing. You can use a bar. You can use anything you want. We can play the balloon popping game. We can do the minute to win it games. I'm going to play a few more games with you, but I want to move on a little bit more first.
So the idea of these suggestions is grabbing their attention at the front. I gave you ideas of sort of the dramatic opening for your presentation, okay? Grab their attention from the very beginning. So the first one is I get asked all the time if I do this full time. No, I'm a mother and a whatever else you do 9 to 5 if you have an outside job. But this is my sanity job. So it's kind of an icebreaker, okay? Tell a funny story about your hostess, how you met them, if you're all friends. You know, you can ask a provocative question. Anybody in here been, had one of the 15,000 house fires each year? Was your house burned down? No. Good, because I'm here to save you from that. I have a safer candle. Some sort of grab their attention at the beginning. You can use other ideas as we go into the meat of the party from there, but you want to do something up front to hook attention.
Does everybody have a piece of paper or something they can write on? Everybody? Let's go and do this now, because I'm going to tell you how I get their attention, and I'm just going to go ahead and do this, Lauren.
Sure.
Because I get their attention, guys. I make a lot of money. We don't need to talk about that. That's not all that important to me. What is important to me is all the other ways that Scentsy's changed my life. And really, you guys, I am so lucky. I have an amazing child. I have a pretty okay husband. I have the best mother in the whole world. But Scentsy has allowed me to travel with them. Oh, and my sister. Please, somebody choking over
Welcome
there.
to the bus.
And my sister's like Lauren, she's pretty okay too. So no, I feel very lucky, and this is a point at a party where I'm going to talk a little bit about my life and what I love about Scentsy. What I love about Scentsy, guys, I'm going to be real honest, is all the travel. Lauren, my mom and dad and I started with mom and dad and I in Canada. Did you bring my photo book?
No.
I told you to get my photo book out. I made a photo book to show you guys of all the amazing journeys.
You told me to put it online.
From whitewater rafting to, but it started, our first Scentsy trip we ever won was to Banff, Canada. Right, Mom? That was the first one.
I think that's the first
And Mom and Dad and Lauren and I in Canada. And Canada really hadn't been on my wish list of places to go. I fell in love. And from there, it was to Hawaii. And Hawaii was one of my dream trips that, just so you guys that know, I traveled. My husband's a workaholic, always has been. We had an agreement when we got married, we would wait 10 years to have kids, and I wanted to travel. I took a trip every 6 weeks, all by myself. I just traveled. So I really thought when Mackenzie came along, I'd been everywhere I wanted to go. There was 2 places on my wish list that I hadn't made it, and Hawaii was one of them. I had tickets to Hawaii 3 times over the years, and Lauren wouldn't go to Hawaii with me. Scentsy finally got us to Hawaii, and then I got it, and I thought, this is why people go there. I could cry, can't look at Kelly.
We're not crying.
I really in Hawaii.
We're happily
I made a
enjoying.
great friend that had been on my Scentsy team for a while, but this the joy of having an adventure. And we went on 4-wheelers for a day through eucalyptus mountains, and it wasn't really mountains, but the eucalyptus forest, and it was amazing. Seeing Chandra and her husband enjoying Hawaii. So the trips have been amazing for me. And this is what I talk about at my parties, all the amazing places Scentsy has taken me. So we are gonna play this game. Okay, and I'm gonna do it just like I do at a party. I say, you guys all ready, because we're gonna go to one of my favorite places. We're gonna go to Hawaii. I told them about all the trips I love. When I tell my customers Lauren and I are going to Greece for a week, they're just fascinated. And Lauren and I leave in a month for Greece, and we're pretty excited about that. So I tell them the other reason this is my favorite game, and this is fun for me, is because I'm gonna be the only person in this room with my eyes open. And people at a party are like, she's gonna be staring at us. And if they're like me, I know they're thinking, man, she might walk by and see my nose hair. I mean, I don't, whatever people think. But people don't want to have
Women
their
have nose
eyes
hair?
closed.
You told me you never did.
So why do you think I carry tweezers in my cars? Be quiet. I'm like, of course we do. So, and I tell them I'll sit right here. I won't spy, but if you hear me chewing, I'm sneaking some dip. But whatever, just have fun with it. So, are you guys ready? I need you to get out a piece of paper, and I need you to turn it sideways like this. Do you have something to write on? Here. Okay. So everybody close your eyes. No peeking. Are we ready? Tell me when you're ready.
Do you want me to monitor the eye closing?
Okay. Ladies, we're going to Hawaii. Everybody ready?
Close your
Set?
eyes.
Close your eyes.
No cheating. No
In
cheating.
this, we're going to Hawaii, so in the center of your paper, I need, close your eyes, Camilla. Why are you looking at me, Camilla? Close your eyes. I need in the middle of your paper, I need you to draw an island.
Your eyes closed?
No, there's no figuring. Close your eyes and draw. To the left of your island, I need you to draw a ship.
I'm kidding.
Think Titanic. Think sail.
You're ruining my party atmosphere. I know. You're surrounded by water, so put some fish in the sea. This is Hawaii, so put a palm tree on your island. And by now, people are really intent. I'm having fun watching their faces. It's a nice day, so put some birds in the air. It's okay.
That ship didn't get there all by itself, so put a sailor on your ship.
Clothed sailor, please. This is a family party.
Okay, what's next?
He might get hungry, so draw some coconuts on the palm tree.
Not on the sailor. Coconuts on the palm tree.
See why I don't take Lauren to my parties? Okay, then I say, God, these men are a lot of problems. Sailors like to see where they're going, so put some portholes on the ship. And you know, 9 times out of 10 at a party, somebody will say, what's a porthole? I'm like, where have you guys been all your lives?
Sailors like entertainment, so draw a hula dancer on the island.
This one, clothing is optional. Hula dancers.
Okay, ladies, we're almost done. It's a sunny day, so I need you to put a sun in the sky. And when you're done, you can open your eyes. Okay,
Now, you must write your name.
Do you guys see what's going on? Do you guys see what's going on right now? Okay, tell me what's happening at your table.
We're laughing and talking.
You guys are laughing and you are having fun. That is awesome. And that's exactly what happened. So I let them laugh and show off the picture. And sometimes I'm making fun of them as I'm drawing because I'm seeing funny things when they're drawing. Okay, so now I say, do you guys want to keep score and see who won?
Yes.
And they're like, yeah, we want a prize. So you guys are going to tally your points to somewhere on your piece of paper. If your island's in the middle of your paper, give yourself 10 points. And they're looking at me going, is it in the middle? I just tell them, I am not the Scentsy police. If you're not sure, fold your paper. If your island's in the middle, you're fine. If your ship is to the left of the island but not touching, give yourself 10 points. So I say no shipwrecks. For each fish that you drew, give yourself 5 points. If the base of your palm tree is on the island, give yourself 5 points. For each bird that you flew or drew, give yourself 5 points. If any coconut is on the palm tree, give yourself 5 points. They're usually in the weirdest places. And I tell them this, after you do this game for so many years with so many people, you feel like a psychologist. The portholes are almost always down in the ocean, and the hula girl is almost always in the top of the tree at least one at every party. So it's kind of interesting. If the hula dancer's on the island, not swimming, give yourself 15 points. Now, as soon as I start to get this next one out, people at the party yell at me, you didn't say left, you didn't say the right. I said, no, I didn't. I say, and that's how you know they were paying attention to you. If the sun is to the left, give yourself 20 points. And then literally they start yelling at me, you didn't say. If the sun's to the right, give yourself 15 points. If it's in the middle, give yourself 10 points. And then everybody add up your points and yell at me.
65.
60.
65. Something about the bow.
75.
If your ship's to the left but not touching the island, 10 points.
95.
10.
95, stand up. She cheated. 95, sit down. Good job, guys. Who had 110?
I have 105.
Nicole, you little overachiever. I'm going to give you a prize. You get to choose. I have 2 prizes. What size shoes do you wear?
I had 120.
Holy cow. Good job. Go ahead.
I had 100.
I think it's 7.
Perfect. You get to choose. Tablecloth. Like that. Okay. Chandra, tablecloth or flip-flops? Chandra had 120. That's awesome. Generally, at every party, I'll get 100 or a. Hey guys, I always try to be prepared for a tiebreaker when I'm bringing prizes to a party. I always bring an extra.
I would like tablecloth.
Or would you like a bag that you don't know what's in it?
A bag that I don't know what's in it.
Oh, okay, fun. That's a tough choice.
She's a risk taker.
Kelly brought the bag, so it's probably right.
Oh, I did.
Okay, was that fun, you guys? Literally what happens when I'm doing this is it's exactly like that. They're laughing, they're having fun, they're making fun of each other, we're having a good time. I made everybody a copy of this, I believe. Hold on one second. Lauren, check this. I think I made everybody a copy of this, maybe.
Sherri.
At some point, are you going to show them the worm games? I think that is so.
Does it fit?
Yes. But that's one of my at every party. Now, when I do parties over and over and over for the same people, which I do, I change it up and do different things. There's some fun little things to do. Okay. So we've had some fun, we've played some games. This is, you can ask them some of the questions that, if you wanna talk about this. Do any of you know anyone who has had one of the 42 home candle fires started every day? I get nervous with the microphone, I need to move it. So that's on there. This is the point where I give the hostess a gift. Generally, I have said it, what are you asking? It's okay. Guys, I will put this online, all of my party games, and we're gonna play a few more here in a minute. Don't lose that, because that's my coffee. Okay, yes, I did. Lauren's gonna hand you one of these, but you guys, it'll be up on the files too. If you'll have somebody else hand out. This is the point I give my hostess a gift. When I go in and set up my party, one of the first things I do is put a plug-in warmer in the bathroom, and I generally put a different scent in the bathroom that I do the main part of the house where we're having the party, because I like bathroom smells. And at this point, I say, hey, if anybody needs to go to the restroom, or if you happen to be in the restroom, you'll notice one of our plug-in warmers in there. The scent I've got going in the bathroom is Serene Green. By the way, Carla, this is your gift. This is your gift for doing such a great job getting your friends here today to have fun with us. So generally, if my hostess has 5 to 8 gifts at her party, she's keeping the plug-in warmer anyway. And then they love it because you've got their bathroom smelling good and they don't want you to take it home. Kelly, is this a good time for you to get ready to stack the hostess?
Yeah.
It is. Let me kind of break this down a little bit since we started off talking about structure. You have the opening, you're playing your games. You can keep playing other games to keep their attention. All that qualifies here as the B part of the ABC. Stacking the hostess is going to be part of this. Part of what you heard Sherri do was weave her story in about the travel with the Hawaiian game. But during this part, you're going to be writing and telling your story of what Scentsy means to you, or what you want it to mean in the future, okay? That's part of where you're gonna go. You can use visual aids as you're doing that.
Where's Kenzie?
People have talked about this as a blessing bin, where you can take mementos from trips or events with you. You can take photos and have a photo book to go along with that. So all of this is the heart of the party, and that's going to work us into this stacking the hostess as a visual demonstration for how to build crescendo in your party.
My Scentsy story. Guys, have any of you met my baby?
17.
I have. She's gonna sip it and I'm gonna talk. This is a perfect example of over time your story changes. I'm sorry, Kenzie, but when I started my Scentsy business, it had nothing to do with you. I worked for my husband. I had quit my job in corporate America. I was really, really, really tired of training salespeople. I was tired of working for somebody else. And I was tired of having no control or having a man tell me how much money I could make or couldn't. Well, Lauren had quit his big job in corporate America to go open his own law firm. So you guys are listening and realizing we have no income about right now. Pretty scary stuff, and we also had no insurance at the time. And I showed up in his office that we had just painted that weekend and moved his desk into, and I said, I quit my job today. And his eyes got about this big, and he says, okay, where are you gonna work? I said, I'm not. I'm like, I'm either gonna help you here at the office and help you get started and up and running, but I'm gonna go volunteer in Kenzie's school. I was a homeroom mom, I didn't wanna miss anything. So, we got Lauren's law firm going. Well, once I was there and once I was being the secretary and the legal assistant and the bookkeeper, there was no point for me to leave her. So 5 years later, I was still at that desk. The law firm was Lauren's dream, it was not mine, and I really hated it. His customers are all amazing, clients are amazing people, and they're great people that bad things have happened to. And they've all got real problems. Well, I'm too happy and fun, really. And you listen to people all day long that have problems, and I don't know how he does it, because it just killed me. So I just was like, so then when we weren't at his law firm, we were coaching softball together. 4 nights a week, games every weekend, we were together all the time. So when I started Scentsy, it was gonna be something just fun, and I'm gonna get out every now and then, I'm just gonna play at this one. It just exploded. So, The beginning of my why was just have some fun and do something outside of being with my husband 24/7 and being a mom. This was supposed to be just for me. All these years later, as my daughter has grown and she is 17 years old, Mackenzie's my why. Mackenzie's got a 7-year college plan that God knows how much it's gonna cost us and we don't care. Mackenzie needs a car to drive. I want Mackenzie to have it all, just to be real honest, but I want her to go to college and not have to worry about having debts or having student loans and graduating with debt. I want her to have a dream wedding that she's been planning since she was how old? Mackenzie's been drawing in a book and planning a wedding since she was 5 years old. Now, we don't even date yet, so I don't know how this is gonna turn out.
Unicorns pull my carriage, guys.
But what I know every night now when I go to bed is that Mackenzie's future is secure. That I am building, I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm lucky and I'm thankful to do something that I love every day. But my daughter's never gonna have to worry about anything. She can go to college. After 7 years, you're on your own, and I'm done with you, but, okay. So Mackenzie's my why. And just to have financial security for my daughter is a gift that I cannot even explain to you guys, so. Mackenzie's my it.
Don't cry.
Okay, get out of here. I'm not even gonna talk about her leaving for college and moving away from me, cause I can't deal with that, but
Year and a half.
really, well, here, I know. And I think of that every day.